There are many things we don't like about this magic bullet, especially when it turned out to be a disappointing underperformer in all of our tests. The design is practical but somehow doesn't allow for high efficiency blending. The blender itself is also not really attractive, if not cheap and substandard. Our conclusion is that while the magic bullet may be a perfect fit for your low budget, it will certainly not be a bargain. The magic bullet is a popular low-price personal blender, but as far as our testing went, we found the reality doesn't match the write-up. Of all the machines we tested, it is the one that surprised us most. Watch our hands on video to see how it stacks up against the others. Performance. The Magic Bullet sports a 250-watt motor. This low power was not really efficient in our testing, not to mention it limits the blender's capabilities. But this is a compromise on the inexpensive price, and on the bright side, the blender may work well enough for preparing smoothies packed with fresh fruits or soaked nuts. Protein shake. In this test, the 2 minutes and 10 seconds we spent with the Magic Bullet produced an undrinkable result. While all the oatmeal was broken down pretty well, most of the blueberries and almonds came out completely intact. As a result, the drink was too chunky to sip on. It also lacked the fruity flavor that our recipe prides itself on. If you want to use this blender for a protein shake, we recommend just using soft ingredients. Frozen fruit smoothie. By our 2-minute cutoff point, Magic Bullet hadn't fully processed all the ingredients, so we considered it to have failed the test and awarded it no points. To be fair, though, while this blender still left behind strawberry chunks, it blended through other ingredients pretty evenly. The smoothie came out smooth. Our straw didn't get clogged with hard bits after we removed the 2 partially blended chunks. It was just quite thin since the blending process was so long that the frozen fruit had time to thaw, thus diluting the overall consistency. Fibrous greens. If you're looking for a personal blender that can handle leafy vegetables along with other fiber-filled foods, the Magic Bullet is up to the challenge but will not wow you. In this test, its mission was to break down kale, spinach, and celery in 20 seconds. Perhaps you will get a better result if you blend for longer than we did, but this time frame is adequate for us to evaluate this blender's efficiency. To check the result, we drained the completed drink through a mesh strainer. As such, we noticed a vast number of leafy chunks remained unblended. The pulp also looked coarse and non-uniform. Still, this outcome is more impressive than those produced by its low-range counterparts. Crushed ice cubes. Our Magic Bullet couldn't blend through 6 Oz ice cubes thoroughly, not only because of its weak motor power but also because its blending cup is too small to handle such an amount of ice. For the most part, the ice got stuck in the blade and prevented it from turning. Even when we undocked the cup and shook it, this still couldn't help much. Design. The Magic Bullet has a straightforward design, and this is the only praise we can really give it. On paper, the blender is advertised to be made of high-impact plastic, but in fact, it only took us a glance to criticize its poor quality. There are also several other drawbacks, and you may consider those acceptable trade-offs given its low price. However, in the end, we are sure you will eventually become uncomfortable with such limitations. Build quality. All the parts are mostly made of plastic, making the blender look flimsy both inside and outside. Apart from lacking the sturdiness we're after, the Magic Bullet also has a low resistance to wear and tear. It feels like it could be easily scratched, even broken if accidentally dropped. The blade made of standard stainless steel may well grab your attention, but unfortunately, it's less solid than its competitors at the same price point, the Koyos, to name but one. So again, the low cost shouldn't be an excuse for this blender's shortcomings. Extractor blade. The stainless steel blade has 4 prongs. It comes relatively sharp but looks a bit fragile, so we would suggest that you shouldn't use it for blending hard ingredients without liquid. Otherwise, it may dull or even get permanently damaged. Motor base. The motor peaks around 250 watts. It is too weak to be used for ice crushing or dry blending. To make icy drinks, we recommend only using chilled ingredients. Like other personal blenders, it cannot run for longer than 1 minute to avoid damage caused by overheating, though there is an internal thermal breaker that shuts off the unit when it overheats. The base has 4 silicone feet to help keep the whole blender in place while operating. However, we don't think such add-ons are really helpful. Our machine walked around on the counter in every test anyway. Blending cup. The set consists of 3 blending cups. They work interchangeably with the extractor blade and 2 different types of lids. There are also 2 removable lip rings included, so you may find it easier to sip your drink straight from the cup. Speed and controls. The Magic Bullet is a single-speed blender working without any physical buttons. To use, you simply place the blending cup and press it down onto the motor base. You can also simulate pulse mode by pressing and releasing the cup in short intervals. Usability. We cannot deny the Magic Bullet's user-friendly design, but after hours of experimenting with it, We realized this blender is actually quite frustrating to use. More often than not, though, cleaning and assembling are effortless. Cleanability. Cleaning all the pieces is a snap, especially when the cups and lids are top rack dishwasher safe. But that didn't save us much cleanup time. Because of leakage, the motor base got dirty after nearly every blend. Though we could easily wipe away the gunk with a damp cloth. Not only that, but the blade's backsides also gave us a hard time for a thorough hand cleaning, so we recommend using a straw cleaning brush. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment. Thanks for watching.